Oh, welcome to Friday, everybody.
It's Friday. Woo-hoo!
Friday, September the 15th. I said 8th earlier, and I was way off. Friday, September 15th. We've got headlines.
That's right. Direct from Washington. These are the headlines.
Except not from Washington, from right here. Just kidding. All right. Enter Canine. Dog sneaks out of home and attends Metallica show. That is one smart dog. Got a good ear for music.
Yeah. It was either to go to the Metallica concert or go watch K9 starring James Belushi.
Oh!
And he just nearly killed Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl just nearly killed Ray.
It's like way up against the wall and all the way down, right in between Ray and
he's a walking safety hazard. I tell you.
When we were on our break, all I did is practice flinging cards. Apparently, I got pretty good at it. All right, here we go. Appearance of pirates in San Francisco Bay leaves boaters and mariners on edge.
Windward brace and sheet. Hold the pennant line.
I don't know if that's the kind of pirates that are in the bay. Hopefully, it's not really pirates because pirates today are actually kind of scary. So
yeah, maybe it's one of those pirates from this Kevin Kline movie from like 40 years ago.
Ooh, what was that?
I don't recall, but I heard it was pretty good.
All right. Moving right along. Police stop Nebraska man for bucking the law with a bull riding shotgun in his car. It's his emotional support bull. What? Some people have emotional support ducks, cows, pigs, dogs, cats, chickens,
Elephants.
Why not emotional support bull? It just happens to be an African buffalo. It's really big, and I don't know what it's doing in Nebraska. And how he modified his car, pretty impressive, if you ask me. Anyway, moving right along, it is Friday. Austin, what do we talk about on Fridays?
We talk about the movies.
Is that it? Well, you didn't sound very excited about that.
Well, hang on one second. We talk about movies!
There we go. That's the Austin I know.
Yeah!
All right. So in theaters, yeah, the summer's over, but movies in theaters still going good.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's going so good that this weekend there's actually 3 good ones coming out that I thought were interesting.
3! There's a triple feature.
Yeah. So the first one is A Million Miles Away. Ooh. This is about a migrant farm worker that lived in Stockton, actually still lives in Stockton, and got to go into space. Traveled in space, yes, became an astronaut. So that's a pretty interesting one. That one looks pretty good. The next one, of course, because we're in September and Halloween's right around the corner, spooky movies are starting to come out, yes. So this one is A Haunting in Venice, set right after World War II in Venice. This is a whodunit with a spooky twist to it. PG-13, so not too scary.
I think it stars Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot.
And Tina Fey.
Yeah.
So some comedy, I'm imagining, as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. Get you in the spooky vibe coming up. These are all in theaters. And then the next one is The Inventor. This is a stop-motion animation show done by the folks that did Ratatouille. So Ratatouille is really good. That was a good show.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so same folks that did that did this. Stop motion animation following the adventures of Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, that's why it's called The Inventor, because he was such an inventor of very cool and eclectic and unique things. So that one looks pretty good. So there's some 3 great movies coming out in the movie theaters this weekend.
Pretty good.
Options, limitless, lots of movies to go see, lots of great popcorn to eat, and I'm sure you can find a movie time with some good seats just to go see one of those great movies. All right, so get out to the movie theaters. That's what.
Yeah, get going. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's what they're here for. Go see some movies. If you can't go see some movies, that's why we have Austin here.
That's right.
To show us some great movies to go find on streaming somewhere. So what do we got this week, Austin?
Ladies and gentlemen, 90 years ago,
90?
history was made.
90?
Yes, 90.
90?
Yeah. If we were going any older, I'd be talking about something from like 1896. But back in 1896, there wasn't really a movie industry. There was just like little films here and there that somehow some still exist and the rest are lost. But Anyway, from 1933, this is the original, the classic, directed by Marion C. Cooper and Ernest B. Schoedsack, as opposed to Ernest P. Worrell. That's something else. Ladies and gentlemen, King Kong! That's right. Now, if you don't know what this plot of King Kong is, the plot is very simple. A director and some people go out to shoot a movie on a little island called Skull Island. It's supposed to have a lot of weird mystical stuff about it. Eventually, they encounter King Kong. And eventually, they chase him around. He captures one of the main female characters. The director decides to try and get King Kong as a little attraction. and that's pretty much all the plot you need in this movie. But it's one of those movies that is really solid. It's great. And part of that is due to the fact that, well, the main star of the movie is the stop motion effects, courtesy of William H. O'Brien, who pretty much pioneered a lot of stop motion and was actually the tutor for Ray Harryhausen, who in himself became a big stop motion legend. And now, a lot of stop motion looks pretty goofy, but you gotta bear in mind, this was 1933. Not 2023, not 2013, not 2003, not 1993, or not even 1983. This was 1933. So back then, you wanna know what the computers back then were used for? They were used for television or communications or telecommunications and sort of thing. They were used to pretty much try to communicate with other people, as opposed to PCs these days, which are used for everything and anything.
Yeah. This is a really good movie. Now, I haven't seen it in a really long time because I grew up watching the 80s version.
Yeah, you're probably more familiar with the 1976 remake starring Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, Jessica Lange.
Yes, which is really, really good. But what I will tell you about the King Kong is I was a big dinosaur nut when I was little. And all you had was either The Land of the Lost, which was terrible, or the old stop motion movies like King Kong, where you get to see some monsters or dinosaurs. And it really was pretty cool. It's black and white, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's really well shot. There's a great musical score courtesy of Max Steiner, who also worked on Gone with the Wind and Casablanca.
Yeah.
And the actors do a pretty good job. You got Faye Ray as Ann Darrow, who pretty much became a scream queen long before Jamie Lee Curtis ever pioneered such a term.
Yeah.
You got Bruce Cabot as Jack Driscoll, who is a very compelling leading man and has the charm and charisma to sell such a role. And you also got Robert Armstrong as Carl Denham, who prior to being played by Jack Black is pretty much the director. Is this sleazy sort of, he's one of those directors who just wants to make a quick buck. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
It's a really good movie, really good story. Because it was so good, it really pushed the genre of monster movies and stop motion, like Austin said and whatnot. It's really pretty cool. You can find it on most streaming services.
Yeah, you can probably find it on HBO Max. You could probably find HBO Max. I mean Max. You could probably find it on iTunes for a couple bucks, for whether you're buying it or renting it. Or you could be like me and you can hit up your local FYE or the local Mad Monk, a local business near the Finished Fair Mall and the old Babies R Us. Or you could go on Amazon or eBay and purchase the original DVD for the film or the Blu-ray, and you could watch it that way. Either way, you gotta go see King Kong, the original. It's fantastic.
To really know where all the other King Kongs came from.
Yeah.
See the original.
Because Godzilla owes a lot to King Kong.
This is very true. All right, very good. Now, what do we got to do? We got to go and see what we told you what movies. Now, what about games?
Yeah,
Gary's got some free
Epic games courtesy of Gary, because they are free.
They're free!
Hi guys, welcome to the free game on the Epic Games Store portion. It's been a minute since we've been up here because of the hiatus and the fact that some of the games have been honestly not so great. Like last week's, I want to pass on that one. This one's pretty cool though. It's called 911 Operator. Excuse me, you play as a 911 operator answering calls about emergencies within your city. And what's cool about this is, one of the cool things about it is, you can download a map for your city, and it'll use like your city map for the emergencies to be located in. And you'll be dispatching things like ambulances, fire engines. You'll be at you'll be using real first aid instructions. I'm looking at the list right now. They use over 50 recorded dialogues inspired by real calls, serious and dramatic, but sometimes also funny or annoying, it says. So it ought to be really interesting. 140 types of reports to encounter. So be ready to deal with emergencies coming in as a employee as a 911 operator. It's an interesting game. I've wanted this one for a while. It's been on my Steam wish list. I guess it still is. This is Epic, but it's free at the Epic Game Store for the next week. For the next 6 days, it's free. Next Thursday, they're gonna have a whole different game. Actually, next Thursday, they're gonna have 2 different games. But let me tell you, this one is better than the 2 that you're getting next Thursday. It's called 911 Operator. You play as a 911 operator. The instructions come with it, so you can try to give proper instructions for these encounters that you'll be encountering. But it's a fun game, and it's a game after all, and it's free at the Epic Game Store for the next week. Get it! You won't be sorry. Bye!
They're free!
Very cool. Thank you for that, Gary. Moving right
Thank you.
along to the National.
Yes, National Day with Gabrielle.
George, thank you so much for visiting us here in Modesto. Thanks for coming.
Good morning, everybody. Here we are, Friday. Yay, we're gonna go hit the weekend. Yeah. All right. Things going on around town for the weekend that you might be interested in. There's the Greek festival every year this weekend at the Greek church over there off of McHenry and I want to say Tokay. I think so. They put on a festival and food and dancing and all kinds of things that are going on. They put these really great meals together. And then the women of the church, they bake goods. Oh, the cookies and the cakes and the baklavas and you go in there, you can buy stuff, buy whole things. Sometimes you can get pieces of stuff, have a good meal, kind of a lot of atmosphere going on. It's real fun. I enjoy it. But if you're not into that, which it's food, I'm going to be there. At Grisada Park on Saturday. I think the festivities start at noon, but it's Mo Pride. So they say it's going to be the biggest Pride event Modesto's ever seen. So I think it'd be very interesting if that's something that you're into or you would like to participate in, or just you have friends or you want to support people and stuff like that. Sounds like there's going to be lots of different things going on. Who knows what you might see, what you might buy, what you might get, who you might meet. That's what's going on. Those are a couple things going on around town. I think both of them sound pretty promising. You might get some good food out there too. Who knows? Probably going to be food booths because there's lots of stuff going on. So either one of those interest you. And if not, hey, there's always probably a movie to go see or something going around, because things are going to start to get a little hectic around here, as fall starts and the winter and the holidays and everything. more things will start happening, but there's 2 of them to kick off your weekend. So everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you all on Monday again.
George, thank you so much for visiting us here in Modesto. Thanks for coming.
Very cool. Thank you very much for that. And last but not least,
We got to go back in the beard past with Zach. Let's go!
All right. Hey, everybody. It's Friday. We're rolling into the weekend. I know a lot of us got football on our mind, but you know what? If you're not into football, sit around and watch some movies. One of these movies that I go through today will be the one you watch. So let's go back to the bearded past with Zach, and let's us talk about movies that were released on this day. Also on this day in 1999, American Beauty was released. 2021, Night Books was released. We had Every Year Brings a Great Movie, Every Decade a Great Movie. Bugsy Malone. Bugsy Malone, you guys. I remember this film as a youngster. I watched it. It's a music school gangster film. And it tells the story of gangster Bugsy Malone featuring children in all of the gangster roles. The children are Jodie Foster, Scott Baio, Alan Parker, and Andrew Paul. Like I said, definitely if you're interested in something a little bit different, a good movie to watch. Wish Upon a Unicorn was released in 2020. American Assassin with Michael Keaton in 2017. The Black Dahlia in 2006. The Show in 2017. And The Basement was released in 2018. I don't know if I want to go to that basement. Love at First Sight is actually coming out today as well, 2023. And Violet and Daisy released in 2011. And our last but not least, Party Boat released in 2017. I will tell you though, the guy's on an inner tube, so he lost the boat somewhere. All right, guys. Hey, like I've always told you, sometimes some of these silly movies, the ones that we're not interested in, turn out to be something we actually enjoy. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday. We'll see you back next week, guys. Bye now.
All right, cool. We've done it all today. We've done it all this week. We're halfway through September already. Can you believe it?
Yep, we're almost there.
That much closer to October and all our cool Halloween stuff, and our Oktoberfest coming up. We'll have some
Oktoberfest!
Have some details for you coming up on that. Very exciting stuff. Otherwise, have a great Friday, everybody.
That's right.
1 o'clock, YouTube Live, Insta Trivia on YouTube. We'll see you there for some great questions. I'm sure there'll be some football-related ones because it's football season. Yeah.
Football!
Good, yes. All right, have a great Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week on The Morning Routine. Take care, everybody.